He was a child with an incarcerated father. His father spent 17 years in prison for trafficking cocaine in the state of Florida. Anthony's entire childhood was spent learning penitentiary lessons.
Hi, I'm David Gray. In 1991, I was sentenced to 25 years with 15 mandatory as a habitual violent offender for drug trafficking in the state of Florida. And during those years, I don't have none of those bad prison stories. In fact, prison to me was a blessing because it allowed me to look at the world from the outside in. And during my incarceration, I seen a lot of things. I remember talking to some of the older guys, and they was Muslim guys, and they was telling me, like, hey, and what you gonna do? I was waiting for a lawyer for an appeal. One guy said, hey man, I'm waiting for a lawyer and for 15 years. He ain't come yet. So what you gonna do? Another guy told me about Malcolm X, Dr. King. I learned about Gandhi, so I started studying these people. I realized that Malcolm walked this road and he read the dictionary, so I read the dictionary. I studied Gandhi. He was in a political fight, understanding the world, how we as a people just go through oppression. So I started looking back and saying, damn, how did I get myself into this position, and how did I become around some people, who I'm like, damn, I know I could have done better. So I just started studying. A guy asked me one time, say, man, which can do when you get out? And the question was, I said, I don't know, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna study everything I can in here. So I studied pretty much as an equivalent to someone with a just below a PhD as far as education concerned. When I came home, my mom, after 17 years I came home, my mom gave me a refurbished Dell laptop. It told me, learn this. And in 9 months, I had a national flower site. I was selling flowers. People thought I was still selling drugs or something because life was different. I was buying real estate, I was buying property. Then my mom got sick, and my sister put her in hospice, and I'm like, whoa, I got too much stuff. If the whole ride was just to do this right here, then I went out, I took out of hospice, kept her alive for 3.5 years, and I sold my company, and then was like, okay, now I'm back to zero again. So I had to go back and look at, that's why I say in prison, I wouldn't change nothing that happened. Because if I change something that happened, it may change how my kids came out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just a little emotional for me. Because when I was in there, I didn't want my kids to get lost. Go down the same roads that I went down. It wasn't that, I was telling somebody else earlier today, it wasn't that the road I went down, that it was the road that's all I could have done. It was the road that paid the bills, And it's like, like anything else, you get a job. You're going for a better job because you want more money, it pays the bills. So when I hit back down to zero, and I say, like, I could be back up a minute, I won't change something in the world because I won't have the courage that I have, and to knock down doors, to take no's and push them to the side and keep going, to close my eyes and see what I believe. So I got into the working world. I started out labor, just driving trucks. And in that arena, I was around average people, but it's just like, as a worker, I kind of felt like I was more of a boss, more so because when I was in the drug game, I wasn't the lieutenant or something. It was me, when I had my floral site, it was me. So when I came to working, taking orders from people who was like, kind of like just reminded me of prison guards wasn't working for me. So I just kept moving on. I got my real estate license, did that, and then I got to Miami-Dade as a job as a realtor, and they needed someone to build some software for technical things. And at that point, I'm like, okay, well, so I'm gonna put myself out there, what I got to lose. So I put myself out there, the director noticed it. Now today, I'm the business intelligence architect. I make over 100 grand for Miami-Dade County, and the rest is history. I'm on the road of building Miami-Dade County a software that it can't afford, but it will be I'm building it as this will be what I leave to the world.
The book of